Title of presentation: Ready to use therapeutic tools under supervision of Professor Dr. Saira Akhtar. Quote of the day: Rise up, start fresh, see the bright opportunity in each new day. Learning objectives. At the end of this presentation, participants will be able to describe ready to use therapeutic food, severe acute malnutrition, moderate acute malnutrition, and global acute malnutrition. The position of RUTF, recommended dosage, target population of RUTF price in Pakistan, and RUTF in global perspective. Learning outline. At the end of this presentation, participants will be able to understand what is ready-to-use therapeutic food, its composition, dosage, its target population, price, and global perspective of ready-to-use therapeutic food. Introduction. Nearly half of all children in Pakistan are chronically malnourished, stunted, while 11% are acutely malnourished, wasting. This situation contributes to high mortality and morbidity rates among children under 5 years of age, undermining their mental and physical growth and leading to significant economic impact on the country's development and prosperity. The situation is quite dire in Pakistan, with stunting and wasting heavily prevalent in the country. Stunting does not only mean that a child is not having enough to eat, it is about the quantity and quality of diet besides other factors. Inadequate nutrition among mothers during pregnancy is one of the main reasons of malnutrition among children leading to stunting. Definition: an energy, mineral, and vitamin enriched food that requires no preparation and is specifically designed to treat severe acute malnutrition, moderately acute malnutrition, and global acute malnutrition. Now, what is severe acute malnutrition? It is defined by a very low weight per height, below -3 scores of the median WHO grade standards, or it can be picked up by visible severe wasting or by the presence of nutritional anemia. On the other hand, moderate acute malnutrition, also known as wasting, is defined by a weight per height indicator between -3 and -2 scores of the international standards, or by a mid-upper arm circumference between 11 centimeter and 12.5 centimeter. Global acute malnutrition is a measurement of nutritional status of a population that is often used in a protracted refugee situation. Along with the food mortality rate, it is one of the basic indicators for assessing the severity of a humanitarian crisis. Composition of RUTF. RUTF is a mixture of different vitamins, minerals, proteins, lipids, and carbohydrates. It is composed of proteins, lipids, sodium, potassium, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, zinc, copper, selenium, iodine, vitamin A, D, E, K, B1, B2, C, B6, B12, folic acid, niacin, pantothenic acid, biotin, and 6 fatty acids and 3 fatty acids. Recommended dosage of ready-to-use therapeutics. The recommendation of ready-to-use therapeutic foods are based on 200 kilocalories per kg per day for under 5. Taking an example of a child who is say 10.5 kg, A dose of 4.2 sachet per day will be recommended. Total energy requirement is 2100 kilocalories per day. Recommended daily allowance for children between 0 to 8 years has between 900 kilocalories to 1400 kilocalories. Target population. Ready to use therapeutic foods are primarily intended for children with uncomplicated severe acute malnutrition from 6 to 59 months. Although ready-to-use therapeutic foods may be given to other age groups with various forms of malnutrition at the implementation level, the primary focus for these guidelines is children with severe acute malnutrition aging 6 to 59 months. As per UNICEF target population is every child to ensure that each kid develops to his full potential. UNICEF takes it as a challenge that each child gets right nutrition at the right time and it is essential for child survival, health and development. UNICEF reports nearly 10 million Pakistani children suffering from stunting. Only 38% of children are exclusively breastfed for the first 6 months of life. As a result, more than half of children under 5 years of age are deficient in vitamin A, 40% are deficient in both zinc and vitamin D, and nearly 62% are anemic. 8 out of 10 children in Pakistan do not eat right size and quantity. UNICEF is working closely with federal and provincial governments at all levels to support national and provincial priorities and sustainable development goal targets, including SDGs linked to health and water, sanitation and hygiene in future. In future, UNICEF will work with partners to focus on the most vulnerable children using cross-sectoral platforms such as early childhood development and the scaling up nutrition initiatives. Price of RUTF. The price depends on manufacturers where you want to procure. This could be from Europe, Africa, USA, and Asia. The cost of one carton of RUTF containing 150 sachets could be between 50 to 60 US dollars. This cost does not include the transport and handling costs. Number of ready-to-use therapeutic food needed for complete treatment of severe acute malnutrition cases. The average duration of treatment ranges between 6 and 8 weeks. During this treatment period, it given severe acute malnutrition child needs 10 to 15 kg of ready-to-use therapeutic food. For planning purpose, agencies usually use about 12.5 kg per child or one box per child. According to UNICEF, evaluation of community management of acute malnutrition, Pakistan country case study evaluation report, the cost per beneficiary differed by district and IP. The average cost for specialized food products $21, OTP $145, and SP $3. RUTF in global perspective. 14.3 million children globally suffer from severe wasting and require specialized therapeutic feeding care, of which an estimated 1 million children under 5 years of age die annually. UNICEF provides an update on ready-to-use therapeutic food used to treat severe wasting at community level. It highlights supply, demand, and increased supplier diversity in a global context, as well as UNICEF procurement approach to 2023 to meet program country requirements. UNICEF encourages countries to fully integrate community-based management of acute malnutrition into their healthcare programs as well to encourage the validation and access to alternative ready-to-use therapeutic formulations. 2007 Giant Statement by WHO, WFP, UNSSCN, and UNICEF states that at least 50% of the proteins in ready-to-use therapeutic foods should come from dairy products. When this giant statement was released, the only ready-to-use therapeutic food formulation available contained dairy as the primary source of protein. Recently, alternative ready-to-use therapeutic food formulations with different sources of protein have been tested in several trials. The aim of this alternative ready-to-use therapeutic food formulation is to reduce the production cost of ready-to-use therapeutic food by partially or fully replacing dairy protein with cheaper or locally available options. Reducing the cost of ready-to-use therapeutic food would increase access to treatment for children with severe acute malnutrition. The guideline provides global evidence-informed recommendations focusing on whether reduced dairy or non-dairy ready-to-use therapeutic food could be used for treating uncomplicated severe acute malnutrition. USAID multi-sectoral nutrition strategy. Recognizing the importance of community-based management of acute malnutrition to achieving its targets, the U.S. Agency for International Development Multisectoral Nutritional Strategy endorses the scale-up and strengthening of community-based management of acute malnutrition approach in areas where USAID works. The community-based management of acute malnutrition approach is comprised of four components: community outreach and mobilization, outpatient management of severe acute malnutrition without medical complications, inpatient management of severe acute malnutrition with medical complications, and services or programs to manage moderate acute malnutrition such as supplementary feeding programs. Recommendations. Recommendations to combat malnutrition. Countries can save children's lives by adopting and promoting national policies and programs that ensure that national protocols for the management of severe acute malnutrition based, if necessary, on the provision of ready-to-use therapeutic food having a strong community-based component that complements facility-based activities. Achieve high coverage of interventions aimed at identifying and treating children in all parts of country and at all times of the year through effective community mobilization and active case finding. Provide training and support for community health workers to identify children with severe acute malnutrition who need urgent treatment and to recognize those children with associated complications who need urgent referral. Establish adequate referral arrangements for children suffering from complicated forms of severe acute malnutrition so that they can receive adequate inpatient treatment. Provide training for improved management of severe acute malnutrition at all levels, involving an integrated approach that includes community and facility-based components. Providing the resources needed for management of severe acute malnutrition, including making ready-to-use therapeutic food available to families of children with severe acute malnutrition through a network of community health workers or community-level health facilities, preferably by encouraging local food industry to produce ready-to-use therapeutic food in settings where families do not have access to appropriate legal food. Ensuring funding to provide the treatment of severe acute malnutrition because affected families are often among the poorest. Integrating the management of severe acute malnutrition with other health activities such as preventive nutrition initiatives, including promotion of breastfeeding and appropriate complementary feeding and provision of relevant information, education, and communication materials. Activities related to the integrated management of childhood illness at first level health facilities and at referral level and initiating such activities where they do not exist. Actions needed by WHO, WFP, SCN, and UNICEF. Mobilizing resources to support implementation of these recommendations, facilitating the local production or procurement of ready-to-use therapeutic foods for countries with a high prevalence of severe acute malnutrition in communities where access to nutrient-dense food is limited, supporting the development and evaluation of nutrition rehabilitation protocols based on local foods in countries where poor families have access to nutrient-dense food, working with governments and the private sector, including non-governmental organizations, to rapidly disseminate these recommendations and build capacity for their implementation. Conducting operations research to define protocols of community-based management of severe acute malnutrition, jointly implementing expanded community-based programs to combat severe acute malnutrition in major humanitarian emergency situations. Now proceeding to MCQs. MCQ number 1. During a survey of 100 children on malnutrition and anemia, it is found that 30 children appear low weight for age and 70 children are reported by caregivers who have feeding problems. Which of these children need to be checked for malnutrition? Children with low weight for age symptoms, children with feeding problems, all children need to be checked, none of the above need to be checked.
C.
Yes, all
C.
children need to be checked. Question number 2. A 2-year child reports in OPD with puffy face, edematous look, and appears underweight. On examination, mid-upper arm circumference found to be 108 mm. Which of the following option is correct? Child is healthy as 108 mm is low weight, so you will advise on feeding recommendation. Child is having severe acute malnutrition. Child is
B.
at risk of severe acute malnutrition.
Beta.
Severe acute malnutrition.
C.
Yes, it is C. Child is having severe acute malnutrition. A pale child presented in OPD and mother reports that he has fatigue, low energy, and does not actively participate in playing activities. What is the treatment of anemia in this case?
B.
Vitamin,
Iron.
Iron.
vitamin
Delta.
C, glucose, or iron? Yes,
Delta.
right, iron. A child ages 7 months presented in OPD with signs and symptoms of severe acute malnutrition. Which of the following is not likely to be present? Weight by height is less than 3 feet 4. With upper arm circumference is 115 millimeter or
Delta.
so. Child has edema of both feet. With upper arm circumference of 125 millimeter.
C.
Last one. 125 or above.
Delta.
Delta. With upper arm circumference of 125 millimeter or above. Child aged 10 months presented with severe acute malnutrition and other clinical complications. Appetite test is recommended. Appetite test will not be conducted if child is suffering from pneumonia, TB, osteoporosis, osteomyelitis.
E. Osteoporosis.
No, it is pneumonia. Appetite test will not be conducted when child is having some type of medical complication, including pneumonia, malaria, diarrhea, or dysentery. In this case, first he will be referred to inpatient facilities for their treatment, and after treatment, appetite test will be recommended. The child presented with weight for age between -3 and -2 G4 and with upper arm circumference of 120 millimeter. Which of the following condition is present? Severe acute malnutrition,
B.
moderate acute
B.
malnutrition,
Moderate. Severe. Moderate acute malnutrition.
Moderate.
moderate acute malnutrition.
Beta.
A child presented with low weight, mid upper arm circumference of 108 millimeter and meristematic load. On examination, he is found to have clear acute malnutrition and uh, ready-to-use therapeutic food is recommended. Which of the following instruction is not required for counseling to caregiver for giving ready-to-use therapeutic food to child? Offer plenty of clean water to drink from a cup when the child is eating ready-to-use therapeutic food. Give small regular meals of ready-to-use therapeutic food and encourage child to eat often, 5 to 6 meals per day.
Delta.
If still
A,
breastfeeding, should continue by offering breast milk first before adding ready-to-use therapeutic food. Do force feeding if child is not willing to eat ready-to-use therapeutic. Yes,
Fourth
it is
one.
right.
A,
Do it is not applicable. Do force feeding if child is not willing to eat ready-to-use therapeutic. Child should be encouraged and it should not be forced. A child receiving ready-to-use therapeutic food on certain consecutive visits presented in OPD and on examination shows weight for height above 2 stores. 15% weight gain is found and is looking well and alert. What would be further recommendation? Continue ready-to-use therapeutic food for 1 more month. Decrease dose of ready-to-use therapeutic food to half. Stop ready-to-use therapeutic food. Decision will be made on follow-up visit after a month.
A, B,
So, C, stop ready-to-use therapeutic. The child presents in OPD with weight for height score less than -3 and failed the appetite test, which of following condition is present? Complicated severe acute malnutrition, uncomplicated severe acute malnutrition, moderate acute malnutrition, and no acute malnutrition.
Moderate.
Complicated severe acute malnutrition. When appetite is not present in a child, it is considered medical emergency along with pneumonia, malaria, diarrhea, and dysentery. A child with severe acute malnutrition, sunken eyes, low skin pain, and watery stools for last 3 days presented to OPD. This treatment will not include which of the following options. Urgently refer to severe dehydration, treat in health facility if some dehydration, treated with normal ORS, treated with Zesamol.
B, Delta.
B.
No, it is free.
Check.
Treated with normal ORS. All other options are true for treatment of a child with severe acute malnutrition and dehydration. When a child is severely dehydrated, he should be first treated with Resamol or if Resamol is not available, with half percent ORS. But if half percent ORS is not available, then only Resamol is the available option. Thank you so much. These
Thank
are
you very
the
much, Dr. Nabha. It is a very good presentation. As always, you have put a lot of hard work in it. And the things have been made very easy and simple for the audience. I know the topic was not as simple, and how you have presented, it looks like as you have made the things and the concept very clear to everyone and in a very concise manner. So well done. The another important point is about your MCQs. Again, the MCQs were a little bit simple. However, I am glad that most of the students they were able to have full marks in MCQs, and most of the MCQs they were again according to the concepts and what you have presented before you have asked the same concept in your MCQs. One thing that I want you to make sure in your next presentation is about your voice, because at certain points in time we can't hear you very clearly, and your voice was not very clear to us. However, I know that sometimes it is the IT problems that are beyond one's control. The second important thing is about evidence-based medicine. Whenever you are talking about the recent advances or about the evidence, you must quote the recent things that are coming up in that direction. I am very optimistic that in your next presentation, you would concentrate more on the research advances, especially the latest evidence that is available on that topic. Thank you very much. If anybody has any question, please let us know.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, well done. And Allah Hafiz. See you tomorrow, inshallah.
Allah Hafiz.